Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien, and Bubba here on Saturday, June 29th. It's supposed to be, well, not quite too hot in Georgia, maybe 89 degrees. But stand by for the rest of the story. Now, here we are in 2019, and this is still a perplexing story. It's gone from urban legend to fake to hoax to it never happened to can't find any information on it, all over the place. But here's what happened according to the different sources. Now, mind you, you can't find anything in the official records uh, in either of the two countries, but anyway, here it goes. Back on July 2nd, 1955, a certain PanAm flight, DC-4, mind you, 57 people on board, Flight 914, was scheduled to depart New York City, didn't say the airport, in 1955. I would say LaGuardia maybe, but that's something we don't know for sure. It just said depart New York to Miami. So, for assumptions purposes, let's say LaGuardia. Guess that's where most DC force would operate from in the 50s. Uh, anyway, it left, 57 people on board, and 3 hours later it was supposed to do at Miami. Well, it never made it to Miami. Supposedly, they checked all over the place, couldn't find a thing. And the people, checked all over the place, didn't find a thing. So eventually, days went by, months went by, nothing. They assumed that it crashed somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean between, North Carolina and Jacksonville, because that's the part that it was covering, the ocean part there. Um, but like I said, there's no Pan American World Airways Flight 914's ever been found leaving New York to Miami. And 57 people, well, nobody's ever known about that. So, travel in time, there's this guy, which has never been substantiated either on the Venezuelan side. He was supposed to be an air traffic controller in Caracas, Venezuela. His name was De La Corte. Well, Juan de la Corte, I believe. And if memory serves, this was September 2nd, 1992. That he sees a blip on his radar screen, and supposedly, he don't see the plane there. And he asked him who they are, and it says this is PanAm Flight 914. And of course, he has no record of any PanAm Flight 914 in 1992. And he says, well, where are you going to? And he says, Miami, Florida. And then, according to the records here that people put out there, whether they're, hoax or whatever, this one news organization that put it out was known for hoaxes. So, you got to treat it with a grain of salt. And it said that he asked him, uh, when was your flight originated? And the pilot says July 2nd, 1955. Well, and then according to him, he blurted out that it's September 2nd, 1992, which I guess the pilot, the controllers didn't like him saying that. Anyway, they supposed to have dispatched all kinds of people at the airport. The airplane landed, and you heard a lot of commotion on the airplane. And all of a sudden, before they get over there, you hear the pilot say, sorry, but we are going. And the engine start on the airplane. It doesn't have clearance, and it goes to the nearest taxiway and taxis out. without assuming that there's clearance. And the DC-4 is lost again, never to be found again. Now, mind you, there's been accounts of 914, even in 1985, 92, 93. So, like I said, it's like Amelia Earhart. Nobody knows about this flight in there. So, here it is, 2019. Nobody's ever 57 people. Nobody know who they were. What the government doesn't have any info. PanAm didn't say anything up until its demise in the late 1990s after Flight 103 went down in Scotland. Remember that? Well, when PanAm bankrupt Delta, who assumed PanAm is numb about this situation too. So this is the way we are. An urban legend. Sitting in for Paul Harvey. This is your favorite alien, and this was the rest of the story.